Good morning. This is Pierre Garrett here, your daily motivator, always here to challenge, inspire, and motivate you. And I'm taking my sweet time now to bring out episode 500. Today I'm on episode 493 to be exact. And I'm coming at you once, twice, 3 times a week. And of course with my weekend reflection as well. Because now a lot more folks are actually signing up for the interviews to be my guest on the Daily Motivator. So if you would like to be my guest, let's start it up quickly here. Go to eonthemove.com. That's E as in entrepreneur, onthemove.com/guest. Again, that's eonthemove.com/guest, and sign up, and let's go through the quick questionnaire so that we have something to talk about on our interview. But for today, I've got a quick question for you, and that's the topic of this podcast, episode 493. I want to ask you, are you a martyr or a mercenary? So I will go ahead and explain each term in business lingo. Again, are you a martyr or a mercenary? So what is the difference between the two? Now, let's start with the one that's obviously the word that's sticking out, mercenary. Mercenary sounds like somebody who's a fighter. Sounds like somebody who's been enrolled to go take somebody out, right? Well, in reality, in the business sense, mercenary is the person that really cares about the money, the profits, the bottom line, the show me the money girl. You know, it's like, give me exactly what we're going to do, how well we're going to do this, how many folks does it require, and if we have way too many folks on board, we have to jettison some. So the mercenary is the type of business owner or the type of entrepreneur that basically understands this has to create profit. The whole goal of business is we got to get profit. We got to create a product for profit, and we have to manage the bottom line and make sure that we are getting to our results quickly. And we have to be able to show results. And a lot of times mercenaries are the types that already commit themselves to the market. They've got a great company, it's faring well, and they go out in that first round, as most business plans recommend, to go and get a first round of VC funding. Now, of course, it's not the best way to go about it, but for the person that's the mercenary, they see it as show me the money and let me make sure I show you exactly what my projections are for the business and how well it's going to grow. Now, a mercenary does not mean you do not respect business ethics, of course. As a mercenary, you are the type of person that understands the need to respect business ethics. But let's actually talk about the second term that is probably bugging you right now. What do you mean by am I a martyr? What exactly does it mean to be a martyr? Well, the martyr in business is the type of person that's really more people over profit. This is the kind of person the business could be going down and they're going through crunch times multiple times in their business every year, but they're not willing to jettison the folks that are not getting the work done. Those that are not cutting it, basically. And it's tough for them to make the tough decisions that the business is saying, you need to make this decision or else this whole ship is going to go under. Now, there is a book that I can recommend to you, and I'll put that book on the list here on eonthemove.com/podcast 493, where this podcast is residing. And the book is all about profits first. That's the name of the book. It's a great book. I read it a while ago. And of course, you know, for me, I'm always finding great books that actually help you to understand business. And that's the best way, of course, to stay a sharp knife in the drawer, right? But you don't want to be in the drawer. You want to be out there cutting stuff. That's why you sharpen the knife. So basically, this book, Profits First, helped me understand the need, of course, to stay out there in front of my target market. The need to really understand what it means, yes, to understand that profits are important in the business and how to do it. And this guy went through, and he was a martyr in his business at first. And eventually, he became more of a mercenary. But the reality is this. As I read another book that I'm recommending to you, because I love to review books. I like to see what they're teaching me. And part of what I'm sharing with you today comes from a book called Thrivers. Again, Thrivers is the name of the book. I will post it as well on the podcast page, eonthemove.com/podcast 493. And you can go there and see both of these books that I'm recommending to you. But in short, being a martyr, right, to come back to that, means you're all about the people, you're all about more about the processes happening in the business. But again, when it comes time to make the tough decisions, it's tougher for you to actually jump ahead and make them because you don't want to let people go. You don't want to create fracture in the business too early. However, you need to know that it's not bad to be a mercenary. So we all have a bit of both in us, the mercenary versus the martyr. It's just that some of us are leaning in one direction more than the other. The goal of that book, Thrivers, what it was teaching entrepreneurs is you can be both. Matter of fact, you need to be both. It's kind of like the guy that is spending all his time doing business, but is not taking care of his family. And of course, a good entrepreneur, a well-rounded entrepreneur knows they have to balance. Yes, while you're building the business, you're running, but you got to spend time with your spouse. You got to spend time with your kids, right? So the point here is this. You need to become a thriver. And how exactly are you going to become a thriver? You're going to have to first identify who you are. You're going to have to identify whether or not you are a martyr or mercenary, right? So are you the show me the money person, or are you more of the people over profit person? And based on the type of entrepreneur that you tend to be, you need to understand it's possible to become a thriver. But you cannot be a thriver unless you first go through and understand who you are. So because of that, I've put together a very short quiz. Just a few questions. Go through it quickly and identify who you are. And the best way to get access to that quiz is simply to go to eonthemove.com/thrivers. eonthemove.com/thrivers, and that's THRIVERS. That's it, THRIVERS. And there you will find this short quiz, and you'll find a quick summary of the book as well if you want a copy for yourself. But again, this is Pierre Laguerre, always looking to drop more value bombs for you on a regular basis. I wanted to share this with you because this actually is getting me to think more about my approach to my entrepreneurship, right? As I go out, as I build more, as I work with more clients, as I do consulting, coaching, and release my courses, the one thing that I'm looking forward to is to become more of a thriver myself. But again, you don't know who you are, or if you don't know what type of entrepreneur you tend to be, not only you need to take this quiz, but you absolutely owe it to yourself now to ultimately look towards becoming part of a mastermind, a place where you can find other entrepreneurs and learn more with them. So with that in mind, I invite you to take this quiz. It's the Thrivers quiz. That's what I'm calling it. And it's a quick quiz. It will quickly help you identify where you tend to lean more. Are you the mercenary or are you the martyr? And of course, once you take the quiz, don't be surprised with the results. It's not 100% correct, by the way. No quiz is. But at least it will give you an idea of where you are. It's Pierre Laguerre. Go to eonthemove.com/thrivers, THRIVERS, and take your quiz right now to find out more about the type of entrepreneur that you are. I'll look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Enjoy.